Hey, what's going on, guys? Rob here. Welcome back to a different kind of video. Not going to be talking about movies today. I'm going to be talking about video games. Back in 2005, I believe, I started to collect games, and I had this massive collection where I had like NES, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, PlayStation 2. I had so many games. And I believe it was like 3 years later, something like that, I ended up selling a lot of it because I needed the money at the time. And I was a hardcore gamer. I was what you call a hardcore gamer. Now, I'm more like a casual gamer. Like once in a while, I like to pick up a controller and play. I don't need to buy every single new game. Because, for one, I can't afford it. I mean, video games are like 60 bucks brand new. So, if anything, I'll go out and rent something. If I feel like that's going to be, an awesome game. If it's worth renting on day one or something. But, when it comes to video games, I do like to play once in a while. Just to kind of take a break from movies and kind of escape this world and be immersed into the video game world. So today I wanted to show you an update to my video game collection because I am trying to start, to collect video games again. Not to get like a massive collection, but I want to get games that I used to love playing when I was younger, and games that I just remember having fun with. That's kind of my goal. So yeah, today I have an update. I went to the Salvation Army and Goodwill, and I found some amazing deals, and I also have something here that I got in the mail that actually just came out not too long ago. And I'm going to show that first. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. The first thing I got here is the Sega Genesis Mini. Now, I was waiting for this because, I have the NES Classic, which is the NES Mini, which is hacked, by the way. I actually hacked this, and I have like pretty much every game on here. The NES Mini, and I also have the SNES Mini, or the Super Nintendo Classic, which is also hacked. I hacked the hell out of this, and I got pretty much almost every game. So I had to get this. I have to admit, I was more of a Super Nintendo guy back in the day. My friend that lived across the street actually had a Sega Genesis, so I was familiar with the Sega Genesis, and I did play a lot of it. Eternal Champion, Sonic the Hedgehog, Street Fighter. It was like this really cool, there's a couple X-Men games. But I was very, very familiar with this, and I remember not really liking the controller too much with the 3 buttons lined up, A, B, C. I was more into the Super Nintendo controller where you had the 2 triggers on the top and then the 4 buttons. I don't know, the Super Nintendo controller was a better controller for me, but I did like the games that came out for the Sega. And I did like the graphics and stuff. Sonic the Hedgehog, I actually like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It was like one of my favorite games. But this includes, I believe, 40 games plus 2 bonus titles, so 42. And this is probably going to become hackable pretty soon. So when that happens, I'm definitely going to hack it and get, almost every game for the Sega Genesis. But yeah, really, really cool system. I might do an unboxing of this if you guys want me to. But yeah, I had to get it to join the, the mini consoles that I have. So, pretty awesome. So that's the first update to my video game collection. Now we're going to show a couple things that I got from Goodwill. The first one is a greatest hits version on the PlayStation 1, which is actually a Sony exclusive. And it's a game that you probably know, Ape Escape. I remember playing this a long time ago. The disc is actually in great condition. And it's weird with PlayStation games. Like regular PlayStation, you can never be too sure, you know, if the disc is usually scratched. That's the bad thing about these PlayStation discs. But comes with the manual. I just love physical games. Like I love looking at the manual and the pictures and reading up on it. And, you know, on the back it tells you the story and things like that, what the game's about. Hunt down over 200 unruly apes. But yeah, Ape Escape. I got this for 99 cents at Goodwill. So, and I love the original PlayStation. The original PlayStation is like one of my favorite systems. PlayStation 2 had a ton of games. PlayStation 3 I love, and I own a PlayStation 4, which I'm going to show you at the end of this video. I'm going to show you exactly how many games I have for the PS4. Now the next thing I got at Goodwill is an Xbox exclusive. Now I'm talking about the original Xbox, the very first Xbox that came out. And I've never heard of this game. It's called Blinx the Time Sweeper. As you can see right there, it says only on Xbox. It's got a sticker here that says IGN Editor's Choice Award 2002 from Play Magazine. Of course, by Microsoft. This looks like a real fun game. I got this for $1.99. I thought it was a really cool deal. And a lot of times you go to Goodwill and it's like they always have sports games. You know, like Madden or like NFL quarterback or like NBA Live or FIFA. They have like just a ton of sports games. So I'm not the biggest fan of sports games. I will get some that I enjoy. But you know, it's not something I'd rush out and get. But you know what I mean. They have the majority of games that they have there are sports games. People just get rid of them. But I thought this was a cool exclusive. So the two things that I got at Goodwill are exclusives to that system. So that's pretty cool. All right. This is what I got at the Salvation Army for $5, and I could not believe it because I remember playing this thing. I remember getting this day one, and that shows you that I am a fan of Sega. But it's been tested and it works. And what's funny, I'll tell you what's funny about this. So, it's a console. So I picked up for $5 at the Salvation Army a Sega Dreamcast. Boy, does this thing bring back memories. You know, this system really didn't last too long. There were a handful of games that were made for it, and I gotta say they were fun. One of them was Resident Evil Code Veronica, which was originally made for this system, and then it went on to other systems. I remember having a ton of fun with this console. So it's been tested and all that, and it came with this the coax cable, which can actually be replaced with the AV cables, which can then be hooked into an HDMI converter. So I can actually play this in HDMI. What's interesting, I popped open the lid and look what's in here. A game. Now, I don't think they even knew that there was a game in here. I sure didn't. Because when they tested it, they put something in there, but I think that's what this was, and they just left it. I'm just like, okay. The disc doesn't look too bad. I might actually have to have it cleaned really good, but it is Resident Evil Code Veronica, and it says disc 1, and I don't remember this being 2 discs. I mean, maybe it is. That's why it's been a while since I played Sega Dreamcast. But anyway, there it is. Resident Evil Code Veronica. Disc 1 for the Dreamcast. I don't have a case for it, which is fine, but man, the Sega Dreamcast was heavy. This thing's got some weight to it. But yeah, there it is. The Sega Dreamcast. Really, really cool. I can't wait to play this again. I really cannot wait. So, for $5, $5 I got this. You can find some damn good things. I'm telling you. You go to Goodwill or Salvation Army in your area, if you have one, check it out, man. If you're looking for video games or movies or something, it's just weird some of the stuff they have. Sometimes you're just like, really? Wow, that's a great deal. So, here is the controller that came with it. I always thought this controller was weird. It reminds me of the original Xbox controller a little bit, but yeah, it's got the joystick there, the D-pad, the start button's huge. Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, so yeah, I've shown you what I got in the mail. I showed you what I got at Goodwill and Salvation Army. Now I'm going to show you two games that I rented yesterday. And I actually got one of them free because you rent one, you get one free. The first one that I rented for the PlayStation 4, because that's what I have, that's what I usually play on, is Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection, which actually includes, I believe, Assassin's Creed Revelations and Brotherhood, but it also includes Assassin's Creed 2, which is... Assassin's Creed 2 is my favorite Assassin's Creed game. I love the second game. I love the fighting mechanics. I love the outfits. I love the story. It's just an awesome... But this, I think you can get this at like Walmart or GameStop or something like that for like $20. And there's a ton of games involved in this collection that are included. Ubisoft does good stuff. Like, I actually own an Assassin's Creed game for the PS4. But I just wanted to try this out because it has all those games. So that's one thing that I rented. The other thing that I rented is a badass game. I remember playing this when it first came out, but I only had it for like one day, and I didn't really get a chance to play it too much. But I've been playing it a lot. It's by Bethesda. Doom. The remake of Doom. This game is intense, fast-paced, gory. If you have not played Doom, you are missing out. This game is badass. So, yeah. Those are two games that I rented from my local Family Video. Like I said, rent one and get the other one free. So that's a real good deal. Okay, coming to an end here on my video game collection update. I'm just going to show you really quick the games that I own as far as physical media games that I own. Because I have a lot more downloaded games on my PS4. I have an external hard drive, which is like 1 terabyte. I have a ton of games on there that I'll probably show in another video. I'm just going to show you guys the disc-based games that I own. First one is Mortal Kombat 11. I just downloaded the new DLC, and really, really cool. Gory game, hardcore, and it has a great story. I also have Mortal Kombat 10 or Mortal Kombat X, which is downloaded on my PS4. So I had to get Mortal Kombat 11. The next one is probably my favorite out of the series, even though Part 3 was really, really good. And it is Far Cry 5. Now, I played New Dawn, which is almost like an expansion of Far Cry 5. That's what it seemed like to me. I beat it. I beat New Dawn. The ending battle was insane. It was almost too hard, but I beat it. New Dawn, yeah, it just... I like how it continued from Far Cry 5, but I actually would have liked a new story. I actually would have preferred that. But I like this story about these cultists who are taking over this land, and you basically have to try to stop them. There's like three brothers and this lady who's they're basically killing people, and if you don't join them, they will kill you and stuff like that, and you got to stop it. Really, really cool game. A lot of fun. The next one I got, my kids like to play this, and it is made for kids, but I still have fun with it because of all the different characters, and it is a toys come to life kind of thing. Kind of like Lego Dimensions or, oh, what do they call that? I don't remember what the other ones were. Oh, like Amiibo or something like that. Skylanders Imaginators, basically where you make your own Skylanders, or you can use any of the Skylander toys from the previous games, and it'll work on this. Skylanders was big for a while there, but then it kind of fizzled out. But anyway, my kids like to play it, so... Here's the Assassin's Creed game that I own. Over 35 E3 awards and nominations. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is a damn good game. A huge world to explore. The combat system is great. It's almost like... This reminds me of 300. You know, the movie 300. This is Sparta. That's what this reminds me of. Huge battles and stuff, and there's like these assassins that you got to try to take out. They get tougher and tougher as you upgrade your character. You can fight these guys one-on-one or try to assassinate them, but if their level is higher than yours, it's really difficult. I actually beat a guy who had I don't know how high, I think his level was like 5 more points than mine, and I beat him, but it took a while. But yeah, a real fun game. I really enjoy that one. The last one I own here, disc-based game, is Resident Evil 2, the remake. Probably my favorite PS4 game that I own. I was blown away by this game. The graphics, the controls, the story. There's so much to do, and the downloadable stuff was great too. But yeah, I hope they do a Resident Evil 3 remake. I'd even like them to do a Resident Evil 1 remake, even though they already did that for the GameCube when it first came out. I'd like them to do a Resident Evil 1 remake in this fashion. That's what I'd like to see. Yeah, great game. Like I said, one of my favorites. So, there you guys go. Kind of different kind of, video showing you an update, showing you what I rented, showing you what I have. One of these times I'll show you guys exactly how many games I own as far as digital downloads go. I have like 43 games or 50 games saved to the hard drive and the external hard drive. So I'll show you guys exactly what I own there. I'll probably do an unboxing of this, show you guys what's inside, and then I might even do unboxings of these too if you guys want to see them. But anyway, something different, taking a break from movies and just switching up the content a little bit. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the comments, tell me what you think of some of these titles. Tell me some of your favorite video games, and if there's any video game videos you want to see me do, please list it in the comments as well, and I'll take that under consideration. If you want to see me play some video games or something like that, like some old games on the NES, because like I said, I have almost every game for this system as well as this system. So if you want to see me play some games or anything like that, post it down in the comments, and I'll be happy to do that. So, all right, guys, subscribe for more content. This is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next video.